Oh my gosh, the strawberry's insane. Hey guys, thanks for joining me on my latest adventure. So I'm finally in Japan, and this is going to be 7 days in Japan with me. Although we've already been here for a couple of days, I was just soaking it all up because honestly this place is incredible. So we flew from London to Tokyo with a direct flight, which was hefty, but we had a middle seat between us, so we were all good. We were very, very lucky. We stayed in Tokyo for one night, and now we're here in Kyoto. And Kyoto was probably the place that I was most excited to see, and it's so freaking gorgeous. So just a quick recap before I take you along the journey with me as and when we arrived in Tokyo, we had pretty much the afternoon and the evening there. So we just wandered around, we got some food in like a local restaurant, which was really cool. We literally just fell into it. We looked at Google Maps, it had a good rating, off we went, and it was really, really lovely. And then we went to Shibuya Sky, which I did pre-book before we came here. We went in the evening. Both of us thought it would be prettier in the evening, and I personally really recommend going in the evening. It was so beautiful, and I don't know if it was a timing thing or just when we happened to arrive, but as we went up the escalator with the incredible view of Tokyo, there was this beautiful music and light display into the sky. Honestly, it was so gorgeous, so I highly recommend that you do that. There's a few different places in Tokyo to get this amazing skyline view, but it was really beautiful. And you can stay there for hours. They've got this huge like helicopter pad on the top, and people were just chilling, like just enjoying the view. There is a bar up there as well. So there's one that you can pre-book drinks at. There's also one that you can like buy a drink there and then. So yeah, highly recommend that. Then we went to the famous Shibuya crossing, which was super busy and hectic, but yeah, that was our evening. And then we jumped on the Shinkansen to Kyoto. Now, we didn't get a JR pass. It doesn't always work out cheaper or more effective if you get a JR pass. We are just buying our train tickets as and when we go, and we got the green car, and it was really nice and spacious. The seats recline like pretty much all the way back. It's so cool, and it is so crazy fast, like it's mental, but it's epic. I highly recommend. Yesterday we went to a couple of temples. It was all a bit of a blur because we were still like coming out of jet lag, as I'm sure you can imagine. So we went to a couple of temples. I'll do a little montage of what we got up to. Ate loads of snacks, standard, and then we went to this really cool speakeasy in the evening. So now that you're all caught up and you've seen the montage of what we've been up to so far, I'm now going to start vlogging in real time. This morning, more temples to travel to. We're just walking around everywhere, by the way. There are buses, you can get the train, that kind of thing, but we are perfectly located to just walk everywhere. So some places are a bit further, but we like walking. Today we've got a lovely little riverside walk, in fact. We just went for the most amazing breakfast. I'll link the cafe, or I'll put the name up on the screen, because I had this like insane egg rice roll. I've been struggling to get vegetarian food, I'm not gonna lie, out here. So it was quite nice to have something hearty that was veggie. Really lovely spot as well, like beautiful view of the river, nice coffee, all around great stuff. Now we're gonna head to one of the more famous temples. Hilariously, after just telling you we're walking everywhere, we are actually going to get the train to the next temple, because when we put it into Google Maps it was like an hour walk, which we're not up for. Whereas yesterday we walked absolutely everywhere, as you know. So we got a Suica card when we arrived in Tokyo, and it's basically kind of like an Oyster. You just prepay money on it and it gets you through all the buses, the trains, most of them.
Express or local train from platform 2 and get off at the station. This is a limited express train bound for Osaka Yodoyabashi.
This place is absolutely heaving, but in a nice way. Like, it kind of adds to it. So you've got loads of little temples down the bottom, shops, people, of course. but we're gonna head to the top. This place is absolutely huge, and if you've seen the very famous pictures of these beautiful red pillars, they're all the way up top. So we will head there. There's a really big queue to go in the main temple, but I think that's more of a religious thing, but we're gonna try and walk all the way around up here. There's like loads of things you can do here. So you can buy like a little hanging ornament where you write your wish on it and then you hang it in a bunch of different places. There's another thing where you like shake this wooden like cylinder and then you give the number to the staff and then the staff will give you your fortune. So they're like just over there, everyone's kind of shaking them. But I think they're all in Japanese. But a nice novel thing to do. We're just walking through, taking it all in first of all. So here's everyone's wishes. These ones are really cute actually, like the temple shaped. We are in the red temple walk. It's like being on the tube in the UK. It's very busy. However, it is midday. Obviously if you come earlier it won't be as busy, but we're going to keep walking up and hopefully the further up we go the less people. I don't think I've ever been anywhere this busy in terms of like tourism. Like you can't walk 2 steps without having to stop because people want to take pictures. Still very pretty though. Like sometimes when something is crazy busy it takes away from the beauty, but it's still just as beautiful and bizarrely calm and ethereal and all of those wonderful things. But yeah, be prepared to walk at a snail's pace. There's all these little stops along the way, which is so cool. I did not know or expect this. You always see the pictures of people in the tunnel, but I didn't know that it was like a full-on adventure. So pretty. Yep, this is the trick. Just come higher up and you get it all to yourself. Once again, a sea of people. So that was the bamboo forest. In my opinion, a little underwhelming. Pretty, but very busy, which we're okay with by now. Everywhere's super busy, but it was okay. It only stretched for about 100 meters, if that. Something to do if you haven't done something like that before, but I wouldn't like highly recommend. Oh my gosh, the strawberry's insane. There are so many temples here. Some of them are named very similar things, and I've accidentally led us to one that I did not mean to. However, it's kind of cool because there's no one here, so it's really pretty. But yeah, I was trying to get to the big golden temple and I've ended up at the wrong place. But we're just going to walk around this one because I've never even seen anyone mention it before. Probably because it's not one of the bigger ones, but they're all very pretty. But yeah, we're like one of 4 people in this temple right now. We came back to the room and absolutely flopped. We were knackered. Must have done about 30,000 steps today. But now we are ready for dinner, even at dinner time. Trainers are on because it's just so nice to walk around. Also, a lot of places you have to stand in queue for, so there's no messing about when it comes to footwear. But we haven't fully decided where we're going to eat. We are hoping to just find a queue and join it, but we are going to a specific bar for drinks. Well, I'm hoping it's open because it's actually a holiday here in Japan at the moment, but it's along the riverbank, so fingers crossed it's open. Last night we went to the coolest cocktail bar, so our hopes are high, but let's see. This was the only place really during our entire trip to Japan that we queued for, but my goodness was it worth the wait. We queued for about an hour, but this bar is probably one of my favourites in the world. I'm not exaggerating, it was so fun. There was about 10 of us in there and every drink is served with its own little magic show. Good morning. So we are at Kinkankaju Temple today. This is the very famous, completely covered in gold temple, so we're very excited. We found out yesterday that the reason it has been so busy everywhere is because it's actually like a national holiday for Japan. It's called the Golden Week, so they all have this entire week off work, which is why Kyoto in particular is so crazy busy, because of course everyone's traveling. Fair enough. So yeah, maybe try and avoid this week if you can. Like I said, it's bizarre that even though everywhere is busy, it still feels peaceful and nice and beautiful. But yeah, if you want less people, definitely don't come on this week. It's now 10 o'clock and it's heaving. Like, I think it opened at 9 or something, so it just shows you like how busy it gets super quick. But we're gonna wander around as always, find ourselves a nice little quiet spot. Just have to finish our drinks before we're going in. So this is a matcha coffee soy latte. Absolutely insane. Insane. The matcha out here is obviously next level. But yeah, little breakfast coffee and then we'll go and explore. Wow, so pretty. Absolutely stunning. That is amazing. They have this little shop, or they have a few shops in fact along the way, but they were selling trinkets and good luck charms. And I feel like if anywhere is going to bring me luck, it's this place because it's absolutely stunning. They say everywhere that it's more beautiful than the pictures. I absolutely wholeheartedly agree. It is stunning. After the temple, we got a painfully long train to Nara. There is an express train, but we had made the mistake of not trusting Google before, so we got on the train that Google told us to get on, and it took an hour and a half, and we are so hungry because we've not eaten yet today. But we're in Nara now. This is where the famous deer park is, so we're going to go to the park obviously, but we're going to get some lunch first. Yeah, it's amazing. The deer are indeed everywhere. Crazy, because when I was looking on TikTok before coming out here, everyone was saying how aggressive the deer are because obviously they're desperate to get the crackers, which we can kind of understand, right? But they are not aggressive at all. They're just roaming through chill Winston. I think it's because it's super busy, so obviously they're all full. So there's so many people trying to feed them and they're not even taking the crackers from them. So it depends on the time of day. We are here during a holiday, as you know, so it's super busy anyway, but it's also about 2 o'clock now. So I think if you want lots of deer surrounding you, you want the head nodding, all that kind of stuff, you need to come in the morning when they're hungry. Because otherwise, yeah, they're just completely docile and wandering around. But we're gonna walk further up through the park and see if we can find any others that maybe haven't had their snack yet, because I would like to have the little bow situation. Give the nod, give the nod. Oh, this one's wised up, that's why. This is actually, I think, one of my favourite things I've had on this trip. It's incredible. Absolutely insane. It's like a soft, chewy, buttery pretzel with the most delicious ice cream. Insane. Like, highly recommend. It's halfway down the strip. Right, so after Nara, we've now got the train to Osaka, so we're here for the evening. It's about 5:30, so we're going to try and get in some shops and whatnot before we stay here for dinner. The trains go super late back to Kyoto, so it's super easy to come here. It took us about an hour to get here from Nara. It was an overground train. By the way, just to let you know, you can only top these up with cash. So we didn't have enough cash on this to get from Nara to Osaka because obviously it was an hour train. So what you do is you can top up the card before you leave the station, otherwise the station won't let you out, like it goes red on the ticket barrier, but you can't top them up without cash. So just to let you know, have cash on you at all times. I kind of knew this already, but we weren't sure how quickly this would run out. We put 3,000 on it when we got to Tokyo like 5 days ago, so it's actually lasted us really well because we've got so many trains and buses and whatnot. But anyways, the guys at the ticket office were really lovely and helpful, so what they did is they just charged us for a ticket from Nara instead, and then we'll get some cash out and top this up in Osaka somewhere. 1番線に門真南駅が到着します。 So we were about to go vintage shopping, but we were just walking past this cat cafe. So we've come in, it's called Mocha Cat Cafe. The boy is absolutely obsessed with cats. I'm more of a dog person, but you know, I'm quite happy to sit and stroke all the furry cats at the same time. Oh my gosh. I know. Wait for this madness. Oh yeah. Madness. Alrighty, so this morning we got the Shinkansen back to Tokyo to spend our last few nights, and we're staying in a room that has a view of the Tokyo Tower, which we didn't actually know. This was pure luck. We booked a good review, good price hotel, and then they've just given us a room with an amazing view, so pretty epic. It's got a little mirror there, so you've got the reflection of the view, coffee making facilities, nice big king bed. We've noticed a lot that the beds very often don't actually come as one bed, so that's really nice. There's like one big sheet over the top, little tiny like dressing area, nice. Full length mirror, we always like, and then bathroom. Oh, an actual bath. All right, we'll take it. Nice. Obligatory trip to the Tokyo Tower. The next day we went to Team Labs in the morning on our final day in Tokyo. This place is absolutely stunning. It's an interactive art exhibition. This was the first room, twinkling lights from the ceiling. The second room was my absolute favourite experience of all of them. You go into a room, it's knee-deep water, but they are projecting all of these beautiful images of koi carps swimming through all of these beautiful lights and psychedelic colours. It's honestly mesmerising, so magical, and I hadn't expected it at all. It's beautiful. I don't want to share too much of Team Labs because I want you guys to experience it, but just moving through the rooms, the next room you lay down on the floor and you feel as though you're moving with all of the flowers and butterflies that are swirling around you. There's a bunch of other rooms, but they were definitely my favourites. I'm so glad we did that. Then we went to try and fit in as many destinations in Tokyo as possible. We went to Ginza first of all, did a little shopping, then we went to Shinjuku. Shinjuku was amazing. It's so bright and colourful. It's crazy busy, of course. You've got shops, you've got restaurants. It's absolutely manic, but I loved it. It felt like being in Times Square, but the Japanese version. You really feel like you're in Tokyo here. And here's where you have the famous 3D cat billboard. They even have Godzilla creeping out of one of the buildings. Honestly, this place is crazy. I loved it so much. We did nip into one of the arcades as well. And now if it's raining, I can imagine spending so much time in an arcade, but they are all absolutely 100% positively rigged. So we literally just went in and saw all of the cute things in the machines, tried one game and realized that they were rigged within seconds. So we didn't play anymore, but it was fun to go in. It's just a typical thing to do in Tokyo. Then, oh, wobbly, we got some fluffy pancakes. I wanted these the whole trip, so I'm so glad we got them on the last day. We went to a place called Happy Pancake. Then we went to Harajuku. I was so excited to go here. We got there quite late on the first day, so when we went back the next day it was a bit busier. There's so many cool shops here. This is where we did all of our shopping. For dinner we stayed local. Roppongi is a very cosmopolitan area. It's very cool, lots of chic stores, amazing restaurants. We went to a restaurant in the top floor of the shopping centre near us, right next to Grand Hyatt Hotel, and it was absolutely amazing. It had a great view of the Tokyo Tower. The food, the service, everything was perfect. Apologies for the voiceover on the end of the vlog, but it was a complete blur. We fit as much in as possible here in Tokyo. So good, love it, absolutely obsessed with Japan. This was the one thing I got when we were shopping, by the way. I got a Adidas t-shirt and then I got this jacket, which I think is so freaking cool, just from one of the shops in Harajuku. You can actually zip off the bottom as well, so it's like a crop jacket and then a big oversized jacket. I love it. Very happy with my purchase. We are now heading to the airport. It's the end of the vlog. Thank you so much for watching. By the way, big shout out to Briggs and Riley. So what I did with my suitcases, I came over with just hand luggage, and then I've used the expander for all of the stuff that we bought here in Japan, and also it's just easier to overpack on the way back, I think, and not have to think about it too much. So real big fan. I've got the soft case one, and then the boys got this hard case one, but both of them have the expander. Like, they're amazing. Honestly, highly recommend. So yeah, in my new jacket, off we go to the airport. Thank you once again for watching, and I will see you guys on my next adventure. Bye.